Join us on a dive as we adventure into the cold, dark waters off of the coast of British Columbia, Canada, where we harvest some amazing seafood and witness some of the diverse life in our oceans. And, as always, pull out what doesn't belong. All right, so we're off to the island in the morning, meeting up with Jeremy, and we're gonna go try and catch some Puget king crab. Pretty pumped, and we're watching Chris's latest video. Getting all excited for the dive. It's been a while since I've been to the island, so I'm excited. All right, let's see you guys in the ferry. Yeah. All right, guys, so from BC Ferries, here's Jeremy and Chris. So heading over to the island. It's been a hot minute since I've been over here. I'm excited to get in the water. I'm hoping the visibility is gonna be amazing. Got a small group heading out today. I don't think I'm gonna do any spearing. I think the guys have a pole spear and a spear gun, maybe get some greenling. I'm more thinking of some Pugets. I love getting one of those a year. It's just an awesome thing to grab. So hopefully we can get one of those, and we do definitely have that limit though, where if there's a group of us, we'll have a limit of half a crab each, because you just don't want to be over harvesting in the small areas that we can find these in. So yeah, anyways guys, let's catch up when we get to the water. We geared up and started the trek to our first dive spot of the weekend. Our goal here was to catch a Puget Sound king crab. This monster crab is open year-round, but we generally only find them in the early parts of the year in some specific types of habitat. So if you know where this spot is, that's cool, but we try not to advertise it too much to keep the pressure in any specific area low. All right, got to the dive spot, suiting up. Let's go jump in the water and see what we can find. And by no means would I call these crabs rare, but I would instead call them elusive. The reason for this is that they're masters of camouflage in the depth and basically look like big rocks in the deep waters. And you may be thinking, wait, why does a red crab look brown? And it's because when you start to dive into the depths of our oceans, the first color that you lose is red, meaning that these bright orange crabs look like more of a brown color at depth. It's not as severe here because I found this guy in only about 6 meters of water, but you can tell even in this short change of depth, from 6 meters to 0, it gets brighter and brighter until we're on the surface, and then it's almost a fluorescent orange.
Holy shit! That thing is huge!
Yeah. As you can tell here, Shar was pretty excited because it's the first time she's ever seen one. Chris then spotted something that none of us had ever seen before, which he later identified as a twin-sailed kelp. In a way, diving can kind of be like bird watching, and we just checked another creature off of the list. Sometimes I feel like I'm just a trash magnet, because no matter where I dive, I always find something. But here, another piece of plastic out of the ocean, I guess. Next couple hours of diving were pretty uneventful, but I went to this little swim through that I know about, so that's always fun. So my catch of the day, look at this beast. It's a good sized Puget. So we only got this one guy today, so the 4 of us are taking this home. So it's a mighty successful dive. Look at the size of this guy here. I weighed him at just under 10 pounds. What a beast. Beautiful creatures though. So after collecting some mussels, we packed up and started the trek back and headed back to Chris's to make some dinner. Alright, we're in Casa Chris and we're gonna raid his fridge because we're making some mussels. So what are we thinking is good for the mussels here? Hey! Got an attack ninja over there. Alright, what do you think what do you want to put with the mussels? You were talking about pasta with bananas earlier, so I don't know if I trust your palate, but
What?
What's going with the mussels?
What mussels?
Alright, so we're working with this. We got garlic salt. It's not quite the same. Oh, big old bag of garlic there. Perfect. It's in the pot.
Pot?
Yep. Alright, you being the master chef?
Yeah.
Alright, how's your crab doing?
Crab. Crab? Hi, Glove.
All right, she's cooking away. We'll leave that alone for a bit. Cooking away.
Garlic is my favorite.
Garlic's your favorite?
Yeah,
Good boy.
I just really like garlic.
Yeah.
I just really like garlic.
Garlic's a good thing to like.
Yeah,
I like
I
garlic
just
too.
really like.
Yeah.
Sometimes I eat garlic.
You eat garlic?
Yeah.
I don't think that doesn't taste good, does it? Just by itself?
Yeah. Yeah.
You like that?
Sometimes, yeah, I like that.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna like it though.
I like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
You sure? Do you want me to throw it away? Yeah.
Oh, Father.
Good girl. There you go. Well, we got a chef coming up here. We got the supervisor.
Supervisor?
Yeah, you're supervising.
Who's supervisor? Who's a supervisor?
You're the boss. Are we doing a good job cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
I like this. That's not good like
Oh,
that.
yeah, and you gotta cook it first, you know?
Yeah, you have to good.
Maybe some
Cook it.
butter.
And some butter.
What else?
And peanut butter.
Peanut butter and garlic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
And water.
I mean, you could add some kind of water, some dishes, I guess.
Mayo.
What? What was that one?
This is Alfredo.
Alfredo? Garlic and Alfredo, that could go together.
Yeah, that could go together. Yeah, that could
Yeah.
go together. Yeah, that could go together.
Perfect. All right, that's a lot of garlic.
It
got
does
the garlic
all the garlic.
Oh, the garlic.
Yeah, I like garlic.
Look at this pile of cooked crab here. It's hard to see just how big these actually are, but like, these are huge claws. That's like the amount of meat in these crabs are amazing. This huge leg here. Give it a good twist on both sides. And we'll just fish it out with a fork. So there's just the small back legs and like just huge amounts of meat. And it's so good. So another early morning start. Chris is being a champ at driving in, and me and Jeremy got a couple Z's on the way here. So big thanks to Chris for all this driving. But it's gonna be pretty chilly this morning. I don't know if you can tell, but there's lots of frost out on the road, on the sides of the road here. Yeah, she's gonna be chilly. And I'm pretty stoked. You're gonna meet a couple people that I've talked to a few times over the years and never actually met. So we're gonna meet up with James and Tom. So we just found out that Tom's surprising us with a boat dive.
Seal boy.
So pretty stoked. Yeah, I got some little friends here. Look at these. Yeah, that's a good sign. Super clear water. Looks awesome. Just suited up. It's going to be chilly. It's about 3 degrees right now. A lot warmer than some of my last dives actually, where it was negative 15. So I think the ocean water is around 7, 8 up here. So again, a bit warmer than the last few dives. So it's really not too bad in the grand scheme of things, but definitely looking forward to some of that summer diving weather. Oh, I want to do some campouts in, late June. Oh, that sounds great. But this is gonna be a beautiful day. So excited! Can't wait to see what the dive has in store. I have to say, I'm really fortunate in the sponsors I have to be able to do this kind of stuff. So big shout out to Diving Sports, and big shout out here to Tom for bringing a boat out. How sick is this?
Don't say we can't, don't say another word. These thoughts you've imagined aren't real, aren't adding up. You fetched your ideas from
I don't think we were in the water for more than 5 minutes when Chris found where we were. This Puget, rival the massive one, I found the day before. Look at this beauty.
we both know one day they're just gonna try again.
Nice. Good start.
Yeah, dude. That's a good bail too.
Yeah.
Not as big as yours yesterday, but
That's so chunky still.
yeah, so
This spot had amazing viz. It was a good 10 meters, but I was just a bit surprised by the lack of life. There was a bit of urchins, but not a ton. Next to no anemones. This school of perch was about the most life that we've seen, and as you can see, all these rocks are actually fairly bare. It just felt a bit odd to me, but Tom had mentioned that this is pretty average for this passage, so I guess it's just a bit different than, let's say, the outside of the island, for instance. So James took my camera for a minute and decided to film me going down to about 15 meters here. It's pretty cool because not often do I get to see myself from a totally third-person point of view. It's usually me with the selfie stick. But I did wish I had my camera when I spun around upside down here, because the view up top was really cool. There was this big stream of driftwood floating by in the current, and it just looked really cool. So I had to dive back down and kind of show you guys what I was seeing for myself. And unfortunately for James, when I grabbed my camera back, I actually noticed that his knife sheath on his leg was actually missing the knife. So yeah, that was not good. However, fortunately for James, I tend to have a really good eye while diving. And I ended up finding it about 15 minutes later, where we started diving. And had to get a clip of Captain Tom going for a dive as well. And I think this is easily the highlight of my dive. I have never found a full one of these whiskey jugs. This has been on my list for some time, so I was super pumped.
My super cool find of the day.
I had to make sure we weren't taking home any sea creatures though, so I had to make sure to empty this. Speaking of sea creatures though, this must have been a massive octopus. I just seen its head floating along here, but wow, this would have been huge.
Say something on it? Right here on the side there. Not much of one, but
That looks kind of older.
density relic and Jonathan. You might be able to give us some more one.
So I wonder why there'd be a teacup
Yeah, right?
right here.
Absolutely love this big ball of fish. I'm pretty sure these are salmon, so I'm excited to see these up the river in a couple of years. And like I said earlier, no matter where I dive, I'm always finding trash. Like, come on people, get it together.
Clayton found this old whiskey bottle. That thing's sweet. Yeah, cork still
This
in
thing
there,
is
you said?
huge. Yeah, there's a cork still
Yeah, dude, that's
down in there.
With all the encrusted algae on there. I got some abalone shells, this old teacup, all the yin steamship. So these are earlier.
This is definitely the my find of the day for sure. Look at that. That's a good dive right there. What a combo. So even in the middle of the nowhere in a pretty remote place with boat access only, I still happen to find trash. So not counting the bottles that we think are kind of cool, a couple salmon flashers, a modern can, and a flip-flop floating right on the surface. So we just took all the meat out of the crab, sliced up some chives, threw it in there, put some lemon juice, lemon zest, a little bit of mayo, salt, pepper. What else did we throw in there? Anything else, Jeremy?
I think that's it.
Yeah. All right, so this is our Puget sound roll. Bit of a take on a lobster roll. This looks absolutely amazing. Got the pickled onions, spicy mayo, some coleslaw on there. And of course the star, the king crab. So on the ferry back home now. It was a pretty long weekend. It came over Saturday morning, stayed at Chris's place Saturday night, and then another dive Sunday, so this morning. And lots of diving, lots of driving. By Chris, I have to say. I was a nice passenger princess, so Chris did a ton of driving. So big shout out to Chris for that. Yeah, so Chris and Jeremy are taking a little snooze in the car right now. And yeah, just heading home. I had a great time. Had some fun cooking with my little chef there. It was super adorable. But it is about 8:30 now. Still have to get across back to Vancouver. Then I get to drive from Vancouver back home to Chilliwack. And then I get to start work at 6 a.m. So it's gonna be a long evening and then an even longer day tomorrow. But yeah, I had so much fun. So huge thanks to Chris for hosting us and doing so much driving. It's absolutely killer. Thanks to Tom for taking us on the boat. And it was awesome to see Jeremy and meet James for their first time. Super killer. And yeah, Shar and Eric came out for a dive too. So that was super cool. Lots of people I haven't seen in a little while. And yeah, some new friends too. But yeah, it was a busy weekend. And just, yeah, it was awesome. I got a Puget, Chris got a Puget. We had one each day for dinner, and I got this sick bottle, this whiskey bottle. That was so cool. So I'm pretty pumped for that. It'll get added to the collection at home for sure. That's probably about it. Another long dive weekend, but it's definitely worth it. Super sick. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and a big shout out to Diving Sports that hook not only myself but Chris up with so much amazing diving gear. If you guys need anything, hit them up there. They know their stuff. So that's it for now, guys. Cheers.